Hey Familia, Igni here. Welcome back to, wow, it's a Shadowverse balance update. The great Halloween Shadowverse balance update on November 1st here. And it makes changes to quite a few cards. Let's get into it. But first, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more Shadowverse content in the future. I'm not editing this one. We're doing it live. Okay, so obviously the biggest hit here, and I think we all kind of saw it coming, is on Artifact. Now, to be honest with you, I would have preferred them to nerf Vermidea instead, but rather than that, they nerfed Genesis Artifact. So Genesis Artifact now, instead of putting 2 cannon artifacts into your hand, only puts 1, which pretty much nullifies its OTK potential, unless you play 2 over the course of the game, in which case it's way slower. So, I mean, Artifact can still recover a lot of play points with Deus Ex Machina, but it ends games way later now rather than finishing off on like turn 6 like they could do with the old version of Genesis. Is this a good change? Honestly, I think while Genesis maybe was the more explosive looking card in the deck, because it is like how you finish the games. Like I said, I still think Vermidea, maybe I would have preferred to see hit instead, because Vermidea not only enables the 6 different names condition extremely rapidly, it's also an overstated 3-drop, and it's recovery, so aggro doesn't even work against their game plan, you know what I mean? So, overall, I guess I'm glad that Artifact did get hit, and I mean, I was expecting it. It seemed like the clear decision to hit this deck, considering how good and how popular it is. But maybe it was the wrong card. Although, to be honest, I'm not going to be sad that Genesis got hit. Because dying to this super early in the game was annoying. But anyway, think it could have been better, but I'll take it, I guess. In terms of UL, I don't know. Because this card is still good in Unlimited, right? And the fact that they hit this instead of the rotation tools, while not really balancing UL, their real problem decks in that format. I mean, I think clearly this is aimed at rotation more than anything, but I wish they would keep UL more into account. Even though I don't really play that format, I know a lot of people enjoy it. And maybe if the format was better balanced, I would be one person who enjoyed it as well, but it's just not the case right now. Okay. Next, we got some exciting buffs, actually. So I cannot say the C word, the nickname that the community gave this archetype, because if I do, then a bunch of weird bots are going to show up in the comment section. So I'll just call it by its actual name. Glittering Gold Swordcraft is buffed with the reduction in cost as well as health of one of their key cards, Jiemon Thief Lord. The good news is that on Fanfare, the Glittering Gold also gets subtracted by 1, so it becomes a free Glittering Gold. So that's actually really good. Not only do you play this earlier in the game and enable the effect like on an Evo turn, but getting the free Glittering Gold to hold in your hand in case you want to activate it on your other Glittering Gold burn cards or to play right away. It's very nice. I still think maybe the archetype requires 2 more support cards to actually see play over Evo Rally. But the buff to Jiemon definitely makes the deck a whole lot more playable for certain, right? Like, there are circumstances where the aggro of this deck can kinda high roll, but I still think for it to actually be consistent, needs maybe a little more help, but I am quite excited to see this buff. And I'm gonna be trying it out when the patch comes out. Patch goes live on November 1st, so let's give it a go. And again, I'm not saying the community nickname for this because I've learned my lesson. I said it on Twitter and I said it on YouTube too, and instantly hundreds of weirdo bots who are trying to scam you flood the comment section. So beware of that. Another exciting buff, Howling Demon. This is actually one that I wanted from the start. I tried Wrathblood early in the expansion, and I found that the 3 damage effect was just way too unimpactful. It doesn't really clear anything other than boards full of weenies. Now, Howling Demon is going to deal 5 to all enemy followers, and it's going to be a real clear. Like, on turn 5 or 6-ish, it actually will clear almost everything. So, that's very exciting. I think this is a substantial boon to Wrathblood in rotation. Because Howling Demon would be such a fantastic card if it could actually go face with its effect. And sometimes when you play this and it doesn't clear their bodies, and then you go face, and then they just counteract you because their board is still up, and then you die. So, yeah, having this fanfare increase damage by 2 is like huge news. And please, God, make it so that Wrathblood's actually playable over Handless. I am all for that. Speaking of which, they're also buffing Bloodsucker of the Night. They're re-adding Storm to the Forest Bat. So if you guys didn't know, when this card first came out, the bats had Storm, and then they nerfed it to have Rush, which a lot of people thought may be unwarranted. Nevertheless, the card still saw a lot of play, but now that Wrath is absolutely the worst of the 2 decks between this and Handless, and even falling behind Evo, according to some people, they saw fit to rebuff it. My only real concern is that this also buffs Floros in Unlimited, and makes that deck even more aggressive. Again, I just wish that Unlimited... I wish they did something with that format and actually were able to address the real problems in that format. I know these changes, at least to my eyes, seem way more focused towards rotation, but the implications in Unlimited for this one are a little bit scary too, and I'm kind of worried. Like I said, I don't really play the format, but a lot of people I know do, and this is gonna affect that. More aggression for Floros. I don't know, man. I don't know. For rotation, though, yeah, again, bring Wrath up to par with Handless for sure. Like, the Bat Usher nerf was pretty much a slap on the wrist at the end of the day. Handless just still ended up being by far the best blood deck, especially with the new tools they got, like the new bronze that accelerates summons a bat and on play evolves a bunch of bats for you. Like, that's huge for Wrath, for example. I don't know. Sorry, not Wrath. Huge for Handless. So I'm glad that, Wrath is getting buffed. And hopefully we'll see a little more play. I'm definitely going to try it. Super excited about Howling Demon. Bloodsucker, a little more concerned because of its implications in other formats. Finally, they have unnerfed Mistolina and Bayleon and Vengeful Sniper. I have a few thoughts on this. Obviously, now this is actually a change meant more for Unlimited, considering, these cards are out, I believe. Yeah. Misto Bay going back down to 6, I think it's possible now. Like, at 7, it's impossible. At 6, maybe possible to do a Misto Bay loop with Heroic Retreat. But it's still probably not as consistent as you'd like it to be in Unlimited. I think maybe the Ward Sword deck is their most playable deck in the format. Adding Misto Bay into the list of playable decks for Sword, even if it doesn't unseat the current top contender, I'm not going to complain about, though. Like I said, at 6, I do think it might be playable. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, unlimited specialists out there. Maybe Mistobay Loop will actually be a thing again. But in my eyes, probably not gonna take the top spot for Sword in that format. Who knows, though? And on the other side, Vengeful Sniper getting rebuffed again. It initially came out as a 2/2/2, then got nerfed to a 3/2/3, and now is returning back to 2/2/2 form. At 2 cost, this card is so much more powerful than at 3. And I understand the concerns of some people because in Unlimited it's way easier to get its conditions off because of all the amulets you just churn through nowadays with, you know, all the support that archetype's gotten. You can get really powerful Vengeful Snipers, and having it cost 2, you can deal so much damage in the mid game. Like, you can just double Vengeful Sniper and deal a bajillion damage. But I do think that overall, the Vengeful Sniper change is probably for the best. Similar to the reason why I think the Mistobay loop change is for the best, is that it just adds another playable deck for that class. Because right now, as far as I can tell, in Unlimited, Havencraft is just Helo TK with Kel, or just really annoying stall. So adding Vengeful Sniper as an actual, you know, win con that ends games for Haven, you know, back into the loop here alongside those other decks just gives more variety to what's actually playable on ladder, even if it doesn't supersede what's currently available. But I think I'm out of the two, I'd probably be more concerned for the Vengeful Sniper rebuff. The Mistobay, I think, is just a fun deck to play again. Because, you know, the combo is satisfying, even if it is a little bit degenerate. And I don't think it'll be consistent enough to ruin the format, per se. At least not as much as the actual problem decks of the format do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is the balance update for Halloween, coming out November 1st. It's going to go on maintenance, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., November 1st Pacific time. And then after that, we get this patch. And I'm excited to jump into it. For sure, I'm going to play, I almost said it, Glittering Gold Sword and Wrathblood post-patch to see if they actually became any good. But that's it for me from today. What? That's it for me, from me, for today. Oh my god, my brain is fried. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like the video if you did, and don't if you didn't. And hey, check out my clips channel. I'm planning to upload more short form stuff to there because I really need to learn how to abuse short form content, because it seems like that is the wave. I'm trying my best here, okay? All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.